feels like this is not gonna work out well for you guys. Like, I feel like this quality is gonna be terrible and the video is gonna be really bouncy. I need to buy something to actually set my phone on, because honestly, I do a lot of my ideas come to me. And I feel like I think the most in the car, so that's probably the ideal time for me to film, rather than at my house, but we shall see. But anyway, I think I should buy like something to put up. That way, maybe it's a little more steady and stable, and I don't know, maybe this right here drives you guys crazy too, seeing everything flying through the air. Okay, so I'll just close that. So I am doing a video because I am posting a new series on the blog. It's going to be called Coffee Break Wednesdays. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know how many people followed me on my personal Facebook page. I talk a little bit about it on the blog, but I did network marketing. I sold jewelry for 3 years, 3.5 years, something like that. When did I start? I can't remember if it was fall of 2015 or fall of 2016. Anyway, it's irrelevant. It doesn't even matter. So I was in network marketing, and the thing that I loved about network marketing is I started it when I was really, really in a dark place. I've talked about it before on actual Facebook. I gave my whole story about things that had happened to me and what led up to me making the decision to start network marketing. I really didn't think that I could do it. At the end of the day, I was in the prime of my PTSD. Anxiety was really high. I was not sleeping. I was having a hard time with my mom's diagnosis. That was when they really started like affirming that it was the early onset Alzheimer's, which that's a whole other thing. But anyway, so I was in a really dark place. I was having a really hard time within myself. Also, my confidence was like down. There was like none. So I didn't think I was gonna do well at all. But it kept appearing, and I was broke. So to buy this $99 kit I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this? But anyway, something kept telling me to do it, and I had no idea why. So anyway, I ended up joining, and it was crazy, the change and the shift. Now, I'm not saying all of it was network marketing. I did a lot of work on myself. I surrounded myself with extremely supportive people in my life, but some of that did come from the network marketing. Some of that confidence that I built in myself came from that. Some of the team building, it forced me to come out of my shell. It forced me to be a team player. It forced me to talk to people if I wanted to be successful. I was so introverted, but I still am a little introverted. Well, I say a little, I am. I am introverted, but with some extroverted tendencies if I really, really know you well. But that's part of what it was so hard for me to talk to people. I was uncomfortable. I was visibly uncomfortable talking to people. It was so hard for me, and I was so awkward, and it was so obvious to people that I was uncomfortable trying to carry on conversation with people. And at first it was really hard for me to break through and do that, but then once I started and pushed myself out of my comfort zone, it was amazing. The leaps and bounds that just me as a person, the growth that I had was phenomenal. So it turned into something that wasn't even about network marketing. It wasn't even about the product that I was selling. It was about the growth that I had. It was about the people that I was meeting. It was about the forced, I just felt like I needed to do it for myself. And then as I started building these relationships with people who were total strangers, and they started listening to my story and hearing what I had to say, and they started like rooting me on from this, like the background, my mind was blown. I never thought that something like that could happen for me, or that people even cared enough about me. Again, it went back to that self-confidence thing. I would have never guessed that would be my life at the time, and that I would meet all of these wonderful and amazing people who are still in my life. I'm still Facebook friends with a lot of them, and I don't even know them in real life. But it was incredible. It was an incredible journey, and I loved it. So fast forward, again, like a brief overview on the blog, but I thought I would go a little more in depth in the video. But I outgrew that part of my journey, and I'm going to try to make sure you guys don't fall. I really do need the little clip thing. Okay, so fast forward, and I had outgrown the network marketing journey. It didn't fit where I thought I was supposed to be going in my life, and I contemplated it for months and months and months before I ever decided to stop. And I don't regret that decision. I met some amazing people, and the people that I still know that do it are incredible. I love them to death. I hope that they make it. I hope all their dreams come true. Like, they are some really incredible ladies. But what I miss the most is, again, not the product. I had this team of like 53 women, and I had these customers who were incredible. I had all of these people who started following me to follow the journey because they liked the product initially, is what it started out with, but then they started following me to catch up with me. And so I started doing these Facebook Lives, and they were called Coffee Break 10 at 10, where I would show jewelry, but I would sit down with a cup of coffee, and I would just sit and talk. And my favorite part was just gabbing with people who would pop on, and they would sit and wait for me to get on at 10 o'clock and have coffee. And some of them didn't even drink coffee. They would sit down with their drinks or whatever, or just sit and watch me, or get on their treadmill and watch. But we would talk back and forth through social media while I was doing the live videos. And so that is what I miss the most, is the team that I had, the camaraderie that we had, the fact that I would sit and talk to my customers every single day. We would do those live videos. We would sit down with a cup of coffee. We would catch up for the day. We would talk about our lives. They would text me or message me, not really text. They would message me back, and we would sit and have a conversation, and then they would have conversation amongst themselves. I loved it. Every day I would sit down and do this. And that was my favorite part there at the end. Like, it took me forever to build my confidence to go live. Once I did, and I got comfortable with it, and I found that's what I liked, because people go live all the time. I loved sitting down with my cup of coffee and talking to all of these people. It was so fun, and I loved it, and I miss it so much. So that was a really long version to get to the fact that I thought it would be a really fun idea to take this blog. I am in the process of rebranding. As you guys have been seeing, if you've been following me and watching my posts, it's really taking a turn. Like, I've hit like a bunch of different things in the last year and a half, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to talk about. But recently I love traveling, and I do tend to talk about mental health a lot, and getting healthy, and just trying to overcome being in an abusive relationship, or mental health issues in general, or just being a healthy, happy person. You know, it's not always sunshine and rainbows, and I just think that it's good to sit down and be honest with people, so that people don't look at your life online and think that it's perfect, because nobody has a perfect life. And I don't think that it's healthy to sit and look through Instagram or whatever, and that's all we see is this perfection, because that's not true and it's not real. And so I think for me, I really want to take the blog to a place of the travel, because that's what I love, and incorporate it into just life in general and these life lessons that I've learned along the way and I continue to learn, and the growth that I continue to have. That's where I'm taking it. But I thought it would be really fun to incorporate this coffee break idea, because it's never left my mind. Like, I keep thinking, how in the world can I go Facebook Live and just have coffee with people? Like, nobody's gonna want to sit down and do that. I don't sell anything right now. So I was like, why not do Wednesday? I don't have to do it every day, because I'm sure you guys don't want to see my face every day. But I thought every Wednesday, have a new topic of discussion. It doesn't have to have anything to do with mental health or traveling or anything. It could just be anything. Just sitting down and talking like a group of friends over a cup of coffee. That's what I want. And I feel like it would be an enjoyable thing to watch and participate in online. Just some virtual coffee breaks between friends, enjoying each other's company virtually. Again, I'm introverted. What can I say? I'm just kidding. I would sit down and have coffee with people. I'm making an effort to be more extroverted. But so that's what this video is about, the introduction of Coffee Break Wednesday. I want to sit down and do this every Wednesday and make this a weekly blog post, video, and just get back to enjoying life and enjoying the things that I enjoy and the things that other people seemed to enjoy along the way. I'm trying to find a balance of what other people had requested that I do, and for some reason I just strayed very far away from all of the things that I enjoyed, and I've kind of lost sight of all of that, and I want to really get back with it. And why not do that in a way where other people, you know, said that they were missing it? I'm missing it. So I feel like this is a good way to start incorporating back some of the things that I fell off and just stopped doing. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. This is the introduction video. Next week I have a topic already planned, but I did put in the blog post to comment any ideas, any chats that you want to do. It could be anything. We could do story times. Listen, if there is anybody who's got some stories, like I've got some stories. If it is gonna happen to somebody, it's happening to me. That you can mark my word on. I don't know what it is, but at least weekly, at least once a week, something crazy happens to me. I should just turn my phone on every day and record my life, because I will catch something once a day that you guys are going to shake your head and you're going to be like, hey, literally, how does this happen to her all the time? Trust me, the people who know me, when I tell them the things that happen to me, none of them are even surprised, because you can't be surprised at this point about the, you just can't. I can't explain it. I don't know why. So anyway, we could do story times. We can have topics of discussion. I don't know. I just think it would be fun. So you guys let me know what you want to hear. Again, you can check the blog post and you can comment there. You can comment here. Anywhere. Whatever you guys want to do. Just let me know what you guys want to hear. And that's what we'll talk about. So I hope everyone has an amazing Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. We're almost there. We're coming in on the weekend. So you guys let me know what you want to see, and I will be back with another video.